Oh, you are speaking Hindi. I will also speak Hindi. She was ridiculing him. That was such a wonderful opportunity. I would have said if I was, oh, that's very nice of you. We admire you for making an attempt, things like that. So, I got to say how bad it was the situation. Yeah.
Where am I to get details about what you have written, sir?
Oh, it's there in the link in the announcement I shared with in the with the first. Yeah, did you get that announcement, sir?
I don't remember having. I got that flyer or something. But,
maybe you can send an email and then get connected so that that.
Maybe, sir. Maybe, sir. I'll be glad to.
Yeah, we'll be connected. Please, and I'm very happy.
Narasimhan, put your email in the chat box. Yes, put your email in the chat box. We will send it.
I'll just put
Hey, Seshi, you mentioned about corruption in the beginning. Can you get back to it and say how you want to address it through multilanguaging?
Well, corruption part, all our standards, our character is built at a very early age. And how many people would know what is dharmic culture, what is Sanatana Dharma? And at this stage, we are trying to understand through the secondary sources. Okay? But on the other hand, if you are inculcated as a small child, if you are learning Sanskrit along with the other 4 languages, they would be learning what this cosmos is. They may all sound like a big concept, but the child can grasp if they are presented in a proper way. My point is, if you have learned the ethical standards very early on, and if they are internalized, you would be very hard to make indulge in corrupt practices. Your mind would be hurting, heart would be bothering. And so, in other words, just to give you, I don't know if it is appropriate, let me give you, if I may say my background, I come from a village, small village. We didn't even have school. My parents were illiterate. They did not even speak Telugu. Okay? And luckily I had some good teachers from age 1 or 2 onwards. Everything was a wonder. And but my parents, although they were illiterate, they had dharmic culture. I don't know how they got it. I think through my guardian. Okay? But whatever it is, I gave 4 years of my time, full time, and not to mention the finances side. So I had that concept imbibed into me. Okay, and so what I'm saying, anything inculcated in the formative years is going to be indelible. So in 30-40 years, when there are 24 million kids are born every year in India, and if everybody would start learning Sanskrit, in 30 years, about 700 million people in India would be speaking Sanskrit, and they would have learned that as a small child. It's not like learning at age 20 or age 15 or something. At a very early age, and we don't know how many people would be poets, scholars, and so that's inculcating very early on would have a lasting impact. Thank you.
One more thing is maybe I have had interactions with people like coconut sellers kind of people. Who are very honest. When I miss some 10 rupees, 50 rupees, they call me and give us the money, which I would not have forgotten. I would have forgotten, I would not have remembered. But they were, when the next day when I went, he gave it to me. only when they become rich or not necessarily rich, when they become politicians, not necessarily into politics, but their minds are like that. They become corrupt kind of things, even in institutions, anywhere. They get into politics, they become corrupt. Maybe that is one thing. One more thing is maybe if children they know their rich cultural heritage, their roots, that may give a sense of pride in them, because of which they may not indulge in such cheap things.
Agree.
One more thing is maybe learning science, like learning mathematics, that is nowhere torture in school side, in my opinion. Whereas if you go to Leelavati kind of people in books, algebra is introduced. Children learn it as fun. So it is given in the form of shlokas where some riddles are given. You need to solve the riddles, for which you need to use algebra. So those kinds of things may be experimented with, so that children can these values in them, and the education also can be made really enjoyable. Our Indian way of giving things is going to be a great help.
Good point. Good point. Thanks, Narasimhan. Any other questions, comment? If not, Seshi, thanks a lot for sharing your work and ideas.
I don't know
And,
whether Dr. Subbarao wants to say a few words.
Congratulations, Seshi. Congratulations. You did a great job. You are always out of the box guy right from the beginning, and you proved it further.
Thank you so much.
I especially thank Manodal sir. I thought at the outset he was a mixed. I'm no scientist. I know engineering background kind of things, purely language. But very enjoyable for me.
Thank you. Subbarao sir. And thank you so much for this. It meant a lot to me. Thank you so much.